I told y'all. I like being right.
You have mentioned that.
Well, or at least, I like hearing Dan Orlovsky at least echo what I thought yesterday. It's all said and done. Brock Purdy played an excellent football game. I said the word terrific. He said, did he say sensational? Did I pick up on that?
I'll have to go back and
dude
listen.
made throws. Dude was getting chased around. Dude was having Chris Jones in his lap.
The moment wasn't too big, and I think that's one of the things we were wanting to see. You were curious about, especially when they got the ball first. You're like, okay, here we go. Here are the lights. It's big, the scene, the Super Bowl. Can you handle this moment? And they marched, and they were about to go up 7-0, and then bam, defensive play, McCaffrey fumbles, and we're off for a run.
Well, the problem is that they've now lost 2 out of the 4 times to this team, and different quarterbacks, same result, I guess.
Yeah.
Although this one, they played a 5th quarter. They lasted longer, to use a poker term.
But they were a throwaway. They're, the Jimmy G play where he overthrows Emmanuel Sanders, and now this one, they're throwaway.
Right. But, they just might be living in the wrong era.
Yeah, I forget who it was on Twitter, but talking about all the great Hall of Famers in the 90s who just played in the Jordan era. The Patrick Ewings, the Karl Malones and Stocktons and Reggie Millers. Like, yeah, you were great all-time players. You came so close. You just happened to be going up against this guy, 23. And for all these NFL players, for the Josh Allens and the Lamar Jacksons and all the Joe Burrows and the Hurtses, you're going against 15. And that's just kind of dumb luck.
Maybe they just need Mahomes to play baseball for a couple of years.
He probably could.
Can we work that out?
I'm not going to.
Did the White Sox draft him?
Wasn't he like an all-state basketball player, too? Maybe he goes to the NBA everything. For a second.
And I feel the same way, Chris, about coaches. Steeler fans want to get on Tomlin a lot about, he's only got 1 Super Bowl. You were living in the age of Belichick. So even to get the 1 out of there is more than
you should feel thankful.
Yeah, almost. Kind of, right?
Yeah. You should feel grateful that you just got the 1.
Hey, Big Ben was a guy that broke through the Brady and Peyton Manning noise.
Yeah.
But Peyton Manning only got 1 on the great Indianapolis teams. He had to go to Denver and
get another.
And was carried by a phenomenal defense. Von Miller was MVP of that Super Bowl.
Right.
Peyton only had 8 touchdown passes on the year. He was injured a lot in that final year. So he only broke through the once, really, with those dynastic Indy teams.
That's why I was saying the best thing that the Niners can have happen between this team and next year is have somebody knock off Mahomes in the AFC side of the playoffs. And that's why I keep returning to, I saw the teams that are going to be in the mix for the opener next year. The teams that are of the, on the home schedule that might be chosen by the league. And, I know a lot of folks, and you're one of them, saying, hey, put Jim Harbaugh out there.
Yeah.
Put Joe Burrow out there, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's start it off with a real tough test, a really, really marquee matchup.
Great That's game. Obviously really
and
fun.
And the only other human
Joe coming back
currently, the only human currently active in the NFL that's beaten Mahomes in a playoff game. That's it. Go ahead and do it. And if you have to guess any quarterbacks that have made the Super Bowl that are active right now, and there's not many of them. There's Hurts.
Not many.
There's Purdy. There's Garoppolo.
No, Garoppolo, yeah. You think he's going to be a starter next year somewhere?
No, I'm just saying, guys who are active.
Russell Wilson.
Joe Flacco.
Aaron Rodgers.
Nice one.
I mean, he's active, right?
No, I know.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to make it back to a Super Bowl?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's an easy one for me.
You think Joe Burrow?
That's the one.
Yeah. Well, what are they going to do in free agency? They got a lot of guys.
No, I get it, but
yeah.
Who's the one that's just basically stared him down? Down 18 to boot. I shouldn't say that word.
And that was something we talked about, guys, before the season when we were looking at the AFC. All these great quarterbacks, guys were going to miss the playoffs. Guys were going to have down seasons because there are too many. The Josh Allen, Tua, Rodgers, Lamar, Deshaun Watson, Burrow, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, who are those
Aiden
people?
O'Connell, put some respect on his name.
Herbert, Russell Wilson.
Who's the most likely one to do the NFC a favor? I'm telling you,
Zero.
I keep returning.
None of them.
I keep returning to Joe Burrow, pal.
Yeah.
I keep going back to that guy because he's that dude. That team's already done it.
I know, but he's
they
now
wouldn't go in. They wouldn't go in there.
Not finished 2 of his 4 years, which is kind of a bummer. But he's got a little bit of injury mark on him. He's awesome when he's out there, MVP quality, but man, we need you to put some consistent seasons back to back to back to back to back.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, look, Lamar was one bad pass away from possibly winning this game.
No,
So
I don't think so.
No?
It seemed like they were never in it.
That one felt
from the beginning. It looked like the
but
Chiefs
score-wise,
it's
at 17-10. They
right. No, of course,
were
but
in the game. It wasn't. You felt
I know,
like they
but
were
throughout
never
the tenor,
in the game.
Throughout the tenor of that game, did you ever feel like I know we're going back weeks now. Did you ever feel like Baltimore was going to win that?
I felt like they were in it.
I don't think it ever felt like it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, okay.
No, when it was tied at 7 apiece. And then the other time was when Zay Flowers was coming across and it looked like he was going to be scoring
right
to make it 17-14. And then L'Jarius Sneed, man.
Made every play this
One of the
season
plays.
when he had to, yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.